Hello and welcome to my little corner of the internet. Hello. So if you have followed me for some time, you will see that I am not in my usual place. So I've actually gone on holiday, which is lovely. I'm in a cabin, it's amazing. So I apologise that I haven't done the reading for the beginning of the week like I normally do, but as of next week, that should be sort of back to normal again. It's just I was traveling and all of that stuff, but I'm back and I'm so excited because I've missed you guys. It's been so fun. I love doing these videos, but yeah, it's been a bit chaotic around here. So just thought I'd start with that. And the video I'm going to be doing today is about the new moon in Cancer that we have tomorrow. So on Friday, the 5th of July. So I wanted to talk a little bit about this lunation. I wanted to do a tarot reading for it as well. So I'm going to start with that. So new moon in Cancer, what is it about? So Cancer is very concerned, as a zodiac, as an archetype, is very concerned with self-care, with nourishment, with taking care of ourselves. And this particular new moon is happening right next to Venus. So Venus is the planet of love, of beauty, of pleasure. And Cancer is in its home sign for this new moon. So the moon rules Cancer. So it really likes to be there. So it's quite a nice new moon to work with because it's in its home, right? It's comfy, if you like, in that position. So so Cancer is really about looking at Cancer is very much about nurturing, about how we nurture things. And with new moons, it's about setting intentions around like a new cycle, right? The new moon starts the new cycle, setting intentions for that. And with it being in Cancer, which is a very emotional sign, so you could say it's like probably one of the most emotional signs of the zodiac, that it's going to be more concerned about our emotional well-being, our feelings, and it's going to be more asking us to set intentions around how things make us feel. So another thing that can be useful to know is where Cancer sits in your chart, so which house it sits in, to get a little bit of extra specificity around how this is going to show up for you. But it's still going to be concerned with how we nurture things and how we take care of our well-being and our own feelings. So for example, my Cancer sits in the 10th house for me, which is actually the house of career, of public life, of life purpose. And what it's asking me to do is to look at how I want to feel in the work that I'm doing. It's more concerned with my feeling, right? It's all about the feelings, and with it being aspecting Venus in this really lovely way, it's also how we can bring more love and pleasure and beauty into that sphere of my life. So if you want a little bit more information on this and you actually want to do ritual with me, I'll be holding a live ceremony tomorrow at 11 a.m. GMT. If you sign up, I'll put the link in the description below. You can also sign up for a link on my YouTube channel, so you can find it there. It's a 7-day free trial, so you can do it completely for free. Try it out and see if you like it, and if it's not for you, that's totally fine. And if you do like it, you can stay, of course. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get into the actual tarot reading, and if you do have any questions, by the way, about that, just feel free to leave a link in the leave a comment, and I'm happy to answer any questions on the ceremony that I'll be holding tomorrow. Well, we'll be doing a ritual together, we'll be setting intentions together, we'll be doing breath work together, we'll be doing a tarot read together as well, like for the group, like that specific group, if that makes sense. Okay, so getting into the main tarot read for this full moon in Cancer. Ooh, hello. Yes, I can see it. Sorry. All right, we've got 2 that fell out there. I'll take those. Thank you. Full new moon energies in Cancer for those watching. One more card, please. I'll show you them in a second, as always. Also, I don't know what it is about being here, but my hair is absolutely crazy out here. It's so curly. Sorry, I can't help but notice it. It's ridiculous. Okay, one more card, please, for the new moon in Cancer, general energies. Ooh, okay. So we have got the 9 of Cups, happiness, fulfillment, right? So like we were talking about, this makes so much sense to me. So 9 of Cups is all about what is fulfilling to us and asking us about what is, what our emotional world is, our taking care of our emotions, really. And then we've also got here Queen of Discs. Queen of Discs is very much about nurturing. So I love how on the nose this is, it's great. Nurturing our home, our, like, I often get the visual with the Queen of Discs of like taking care of like your garden, like, you know, because the new moon in Cancer is very much concerned with nurturing a new project to life. So like if it's about bringing in manifestation and intention, it's like the question is, what do we want to nurture? So it's like planting a seed and then like watering the plant and then nurturing it and then seeing it grow. And that's very much what this new moon is about, and that's very much what I get with the Queen of Discs here. Now we do also have a square to the nodes. So the North Node is making a square and the South Node is making a square to the full moon. So it is also kind of asking for a bit of a reality check of what's important to us. And here we've got the Lovers. Now the Lovers to me is very much like, it's known as the choice card. Now obviously it can speak to romantic sort of relationships as well, and that being important around this lunation and just relationships as a whole. But really what I get from this is more like asking us to check in with what is important to us, which again, this new moon is very much about like our values, what's important, what, like using our emotions as signposts and signals to tell us what is aligned for us and what isn't aligned for us. So we're going to be really looking at what really matters to us and allowing our emotions to help us decide that. So like for instance, you know, let's say an opportunity comes up and you feel just really like deflated when someone gives you this opportunity or suggests this opportunity. It's like, oh, like Cancer knows that those emotions are something to pay attention to, rather than being like, well, it looks good on paper, but your feeling is like, ugh, like restriction, or generally just feeling like flat, feeling a lack of enthusiasm. And it's going to be about like, what are our emotions telling us in order to understand what really matters to us. Okay, so so fulfillment's going to be really important, like asking us what fulfills us, what do we want to nurture, and what our values are is really what I'm getting from these three, which is very, very Cancerian. Okay, so how to embrace these energies, please, for those watching in the new moon in Cancer, how to embrace these energies. Yes, the Emperor. Know what is important to you. The thing that's actually really standing out to me with this as well is that this is Aries card, right? So that's the Aries glyph right there. And the North Node is in Aries. So in terms of how to embrace the energy, it's about getting clear on our purpose. It's about, having a reality check is really very much what this lunation wants for us, is to get real with ourselves and to connect with who we are, what's important to us, what matters to us, and to have courage. There's something about courage for this specific new moon. And with the Emperor, it's very much that. I mean, like, look at all the red, right? Red always speaks of like passion, courage, desire, which is very much what Aries asks of us. And again, that's where the North Node is currently sitting. Okay, what not to do for this New moon in Cancer, please. What not to do. Ooh, like this. The Tower. Again, a Mars card, Aries. It's interesting. Okay. So what I'm getting from this is that the Tower speaks of something falling away. So with this being what not to do, it's like, it feels like it's about not clinging on to old ways of being. We're about to enter a new cycle. So it's asking us to surrender to what is happening, and to not cling on to that which is no longer serving us. Again, this reality check is really very much like, where, like, just to be really frank, where are we bullshitting ourselves? You know, that's like so much the energy right now. We've also just had, so I would have spoken about this in the week ahead reading, but like I said, I didn't get a chance to do that, but I'll be back on that next week. But we have just had Saturn going retrograde and Neptune going retrograde, both in Pisces. 11:11 went on the clock when I said that, so it feels significant. Okay, so so those are also a time, like when we have retrogrades, it's about reviewing, reevaluating, realigning, rejuvenating, all of the words, right? In the realms of our structures, that's Saturn, and Neptune, which is our dreams and illusions, can be illusions as well, but dreams, visions, and both in Pisces. So another thing that might be useful to look at is what house Pisces sits in for you, and that's going to be an area that's having a little bit of extra of a, what's the word, like a spotlight being shone on it right now. And it feels like things are asking to be falling, like it feels like things are falling away, and we're asked to just go with it, go with what is happening, surrender, let go, allow things to fall away. Yeah, allow things to fall away so that you can make space for this new cycle and things that you do want to create, that matter to you, that fulfill you, that are emotionally satisfying for you. Okay, what's on the other side of this new moon, please? On the other side, this new moon in Cancer. Hello, thank you. Love this. Sorry, I keep dropping the cards. Knight of Wands. Newfound passion. I love this. How nice is that? A spark in our passion. Again, like there's a lot of like action here. Look at all the red. Look at all of the passion. Like there's really something about getting back in touch with like what matters to us. Knight of Wands also speaks of like leading with passion, right? Because the knight is the king is a leader, and Wands is about taking action, courage, passion. So in terms of what's on the other side, it feels like things may be moving quickly. For some of you, it's like things moving faster, feeling more connected to your sense of purpose, and having a reinvigorated sense of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like almost like motivation. Like this really gives me like very motivated. If you look at the image of the card, he's like raring to go. But it does require courage. There's a lot of courage here that I'm seeing, because this is about courage. The Tower is about courage because it's like releasing things that aren't really working for us, and that can feel scary sometimes, right? Like we don't always want to let go, but it's very much asking us to get in touch with our fiery nature as well. So even though Cancer is the new moon's in Cancer and it's a water element, there is still this North Node in Aries that's playing a big role here. So actually when there's a square, there's a bit of friction, right? A square is a friction aspect. It's not like a really supportive in the sense that they like complement each other. There's a sort of duality of going on here, of like this need to fill up our own cups, to take care of ourselves, to nurture things, to be the mother, that's Cancer, but then also this like directive energy. Look how directive that is. And being excited by our lives again, like feeling reinvigorated again. Like maybe for some of you, you felt a little bit like you've lost your mojo, is what I'm really seeing here. But if you get back in touch with your values and what really matters to you, and then really use your emotions as signposts for what matters to you, then you'll be able to get your mojo back, is very much what I am seeing here. Love this. Okay. So before I wrap up, just a quick summary of the new moon ritual tomorrow. I know I've kind of already talked about it, but if you do want to take part in that, the link for that will be in the description below. You will also get a workbook, so you'll be guided through it. And if you can't make the live event, you can watch the replay as well. The replay will be available for you to watch, so you can do it in your own time. I know that there can be time differences and stuff, and that's tricky. So it will be live tomorrow at 11 a.m. GMT. If you can't make it, you can always watch the replay. If you have any questions, please pop them in the comments below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So thank you so much for watching. I'll be back as normal from now on, hopefully. There's no more hiccups. And I will see you all in the next one. Mwah. Bye.